also the reason why we're fucking up our environment the way we is an outside mirror of how we're hurting ourselves inside. Because it's inherent to the human condition to suffer. We're the only animal that has some sort of consciousness and is compelled to search for meaning and why are we here and all this stuff. And that feeling of being separate from other living beings and not knowing if there's others, that's definitely going to give you pain. What television doesn't show, though, is that most rich people are actually miserable.
Yeah.
Like those research that shows, I think it's in the US they did it, like up to a certain amount of money, like you are happier with more money. But
yeah.
After
and then you hit
$70,000 or something.
Yeah.
After that, increases in wealth don't result in increases in happiness. So it's a big lie. Stupid to think that we can live without affecting our environment, but it's our choice to decide to create an environment which gives us abundance or to just rape the environment. Like one of the stand-up comedians that I did a show with had a really good joke, and it was about like how we treat Mother Earth as a prostitute. And he's like, actually, we don't even treat her like a prostitute because we don't even pay.
An abused child, I think.
Exactly, we don't even pay afterwards. We just rape her and that's it. Treat her like a whore without salary.
Yeah. Do you think?
And that's, I think that's a shame, because I think that stems from, I don't know, like the, I think it was maybe good to reject organized religion because it was actually just screwing us over.
Yes.
But in rejecting religion, we kind of rejected the question of wondering why we're here and what's the meaning of our lives and stuff. And I think rejecting that question and thinking that that question has no answer is the greatest lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of our civilization, I think. Yeah, and I think that's why people are now thinking, you know, I'll buy just another iPhone or I'll buy another dress, and who needs to know why I'm doing these things? Like, it's going to give me instant gratification. That's going to be enough. Don't believe whatever somebody else tells you. Be skeptical of everything. Not cynical, skeptical.
Yeah.
And try to experiment for yourself. And when you've experimented for yourself the teachings, and if you find that they apply and they're true, then adopt them. But no dumb adopting other people's ideas. Down with yourself and stay there. And when the ugly shit comes up, stay there and watch it.
Yeah.
And then you'll understand yourself way more. And when you understand yourself and when you become more accepting of your own, you know, bad parts that you wish weren't there, then you become more accepting of everybody else's bad parts and you develop compassion for everybody else. And that's, I read another book about empathy, and empathy only develops between people when people realize their own vulnerability and bond with other people's vulnerability.
Yeah.
And this has no space whatsoever in our society, where we all pretend that we're completely fine, completely happy all the time, and
the aura of success all the time.
Exactly. If somebody asks you how are you doing, you say I'm actually not that well.
They don't want to know.
Exactly.
They're like, whoa, you're not meant to answer my question.
What is wrong with you? Wrong answer. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's how. I think in the end the revolution is going to be a consciousness revolution more than anything else. And if it's not that, we're in deep trouble.
Well, if it's not that, then it's just going to be like a.
In theory, I really believe that love is what's gonna change everything.
I think unconditional.
I think that's one of the issues with all the people who are already kind of actively engaged in trying to save the world and stuff like that. It's like they should spend half the time trying to save the world, trying to save themselves, and I think it would be much more effective agents. Because when you're projecting your own pain and insecurities onto something else and wanting to change something outside of you, to an extent you're wasting your time. You can only change yourself. And I think the people that we do remember for being effective leaders in that way are the people who, in a way, I think transcended that. You know, and then you could see that, okay, it's not just coming out of resolving their own issues, because that doesn't inspire much.